It's something more than just hockey.
It takes a village to do that.
They're Division V state champions.
Do you want it all, Wally? Third final? Oh, you got it!
It's a hard sport. It's just hard. Practice is hard. Matches are hard. It's hard.
You gotta eat right, you gotta train right. You really have to take care of your body, more so than other sports in my opinion. It's very physically demanding, so you gotta get all the rest you can get. I know for me, during the wrestling season I don't go out much. I pretty much just wrestle. I wrestle Sundays, or I wrestle every day.
He's a tough kid. You don't see that kind of tough in kids. Probably because he's had to deal with 4 other siblings, and a dad who's a police officer, and a mom who's just hardcore Irish. Their eldest son, Joey Ryan, was friends with my daughter, and then Joey would come over, and of course I would always bother him and tease him about whether or not he was wrestling, and when he would say no, I'd say, why are you here at my house then? And he eventually started wrestling, and even though the mom said no, they're not going to do wrestling, the family's basically become immersed in it.
So my oldest brother, Joey, I think he won FCS a couple times, was double L champ, multiple times state open placer, so he really started it off, showed the work ethic, got us into wrestling. Me and Jack, we both just took it and ran with it. We love it.
The Ryans measure themselves by each other to an extent. They don't necessarily have to, because they're all great kids, great wrestlers, but I think they measure each other by each other.
Everyone wrestling double L's, let's get after it. That's why we train.
State tournament.
It's exciting. It's really what it comes down to this time of year, and I'm excited to show what I can do, show what I've worked on, and hopefully come out on top, double L's.
Enlisted in the National Guard in 1987. Graduated from OCS, Officer Candidate School, 1990. I have about 15 months left before my mandatory retirement date. I think wrestlers make great military people. Recruiters oftentimes will tell you that they want the wrestlers out there because those are typically the tougher kids. You know, they get pushed the hardest. If you do wrestling, basic training and a lot of the other advanced training isn't really that hard.
He's intense, but you know, you learn to have fun with him.
It hurt. It's supposed to.
Inside the wrestling room, he's pretty intense, but I feel like it's necessary. I look up to him. He's a pretty good role model. He keeps me in check for sure. As far as the Friday matches go, I mean, it's nothing too tough. I'll wrestle how I always do. Rest up Friday night as much as I can. And Saturday begins the real grind matches. My goal has always been to be New England champion, state open champion, and this year it's nothing short of that.
Congratulations. Awesome job.
It's just little things. Little adjustments that I need to make during the matches that if I do differently, the outcome could be different. I really need to just let loose. I think that's what's been holding me back a little bit, wrestling how I train, because no one can beat me if I wrestle how I train.
This is a sport where they own everything. If I'm playing a team sport and we lose a game, I get to share that loss with 5 other guys or 6 other guys or 11 other guys. And in wrestling, there's nobody but you and the other guy. Not every kid has that type of self-confidence that they can go out there and lose wearing an especially ugly uniform on top of it.
Quarterfinals.
Not reaching goals is pretty devastating. The feeling after failing is pretty harsh. It's disappointing. It's emotional. I mean, you put all this time into a sport, and to not achieve your goal, it's definitely heartbreaking.
Come back strong, buddy. See you next week.
Yeah, New England's this weekend. I can't dwell on it right now. The setbacks, like losing when you don't think you should lose, you gotta just overcome these things. It's similar to life. You have problems in life, you gotta get through it. Same thing with wrestling. I'm gonna do my PG year, hopefully get into a good college and continue my wrestling. All I know is I definitely want to wrestle in college, and once I'm there, I definitely want an All-American.
Memories filling up my mind and I can't seem to push him back. These times ingrained in my mind and I just can't let it go. How did I lose the way through the things that really matter? These complications spin my mind, but I know I gotta keep pushing through. Yeah, I keep doing my own thing, yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it, yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Yeah, never looking